Next comer to the stage, he is a very funny guy. I'm assuming I just met him, but I'm sure he's hilarious. Please put your hands together for Dave Hussell. Hussell. Should have known. Hussell.
Thank you. Nice little place here. I don't know how open you are. Can I say orgasm?
Hell yeah!
Alright, I got unplugged in West Virginia once for saying orgasm, so I want to make sure that it was okay. I don't even do that joke anymore. I just want to make sure it's okay. I just want to hear everybody get together and do it with me. Everybody say orgasm.
Orgasm!
Or what?
Orgasm.
She's not doing it. I can tell when somebody's faking. I'm 59 years old. People have been talking about children. I'm actually a grandfather now. We have 18 grandchildren and one more on the way. Yeah, we can't get our kids to quit fucking us. For you younger people, I just want to say 59, your future, one word, colonoscopy. Yeah, I had one last week. The saddest part was it was the best day I had all week. One good thing did come out of it. We found my daughter's hamster. I was just as shocked as they were. I thought it would have decomposed by now. I am married. My current wife and I, we've both been married before, but we've now been married for 16 years. Yeah. I had to get married. She wasn't pregnant, just I was in my 40s and I couldn't take the dating anymore. You know, it's like job interviews. It's just, when I was in my teens, you always had to deal with the parents and they're like, so what time are you bringing her back home? You know she's too good for you. When we were in our 20s, dating was fine because usually the girl was living out on her own. We came and went as we pleased. When we were in our 40s, when I was in my 30s, I usually had to deal with her parents again because they usually were divorced and moved back home. But now her parents want to get rid of her, so they're like, you know, stay out all night if you like, have fun. The only time that's a problem is if her mother was divorced and going through that midlife and she starts flirting with you. It's like, and then in our 40s, you have to deal with her children. And they're like, so what time are you bringing her home? You know she's too good for you. Anybody in the room ever smoke pot? Oh, really? What are the odds? I used to. I don't anymore, but I got caught when I was 17 by my mother. Now, first let me explain. My mother is a bit of a drama queen. And she tried to lay this guilt on me. And she's like, you know, there's nothing you could do that would hurt me as much as you just did. Why don't you just punch me in the face as hard as you can? We both learned something that day. I learned that had I not been high, I would have known she was just making a point. She learned she was wrong. A broken nose hurts a hell of a lot more than the sun smoking pot. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I always thought I was a cool dad, but when my son was 17, I caught him smoking pot, and I flipped out. I said, you know, there's nothing you could do that would hurt me as much as you just did. Why don't you just go punch your grandmother in the face as hard as you can? Now when we're coming over, she locks the doors. So my wife, I was talking about her, she grew up in Columbus. I grew up in Toledo. And you would think that we have a lot of similarities, but she has cliches that I never heard of before. I'm sure other people have heard them, but I don't know where she gets them. Like, we were driving one day and she said, that's the third peddito I've seen tonight. Is that a dog peddito on the floor? Turns out that's a car with one headlight out. I didn't know that. And don't ever say you wish in front of my wife, because she loves to say, shit in one hand and wish in the other. And I'm like, what the hell? You know, if I shit in one hand, my wish is going to be, gee, I wish I hadn't shit in my other hand. We do have grandchildren. They do some of the... Well, grandchildren are great because it's like your own children, only you don't have the inhibitions that you had with your own children. They can do the most embarrassing things. Instead of getting upset, you laugh. Didn't laugh with my kids. They burp out in public. I encourage them. And then one day, my grandson, when he was 3, we were going to give him a bath, and I gave him some bath toys. And I went in the other room to get something. My wife was like, "Dave, you better get in there." I go in, and he found a whole new use for his finger puppet. How do you make them dance like that? Gave a whole new perspective to Pinocchio. When he lies, it's not his nose that grows. He gets taller. My one grandson, he was 5 and he caught us having sex. What do you tell a kid when they catch you having sex? He's like, "What? She's the one who yelled at me for sucking my thumb." We told him we were wrestling. It worked out okay, except for now at school, when he gets in a fight, he takes off all his clothes. When we wrestle, though, we don't just do horse and round wrestling. We do the professional, big-time wrestling like on the TV. We do the promotions ahead of time. It's like, "All right, Kathy, I'll admit that last time you ended up on top, but that's not going to happen tonight. I'm going to bend you. I'm going to twist you. I'm going to put you in positions that you've never been in before. Tonight you're going down." My name's Dave Hussell. I thank you very much.